For more than 1,500 years, the city of Constantinople, now known as Istanbul, has stood at the crossroads of trade, culture, and art. Once the capital of the Roman, Byzantine, Latin, and Ottoman empires, it has long been a meeting place of continents Europe, Africa, and Asia, a place where cultures collided and collaborated, where ideas and artistic ideals flowed freely along ancient trade routes like the Silk Road. This Friday night at 7:30 p.m., the Winnipeg Art Gallery's main hall will echo with the spirit of that historic city as Ensemble Constantinople takes the stage with a concert called Traversées. Blending the delicate strains of the Persian setar, the resonant tones of the West African kora, and the warmth of voice and percussion, this performance promises to be a lush, cross-cultural soundscape. Expect harmonies inspired by inner gardens and shared journeys, a musical melting pot drawing from African, Middle Eastern, and European traditions. This is going to be a truly remarkable and memorable concert as presented by Virtuosi. And joining me here over Zoom, I am joined by the artistic director of Constantinople, setar player and singer Kia Tabassian. Hey Kia, great to meet you here over Zoom.
Hi, Chris. Yes, happy to be here with you.
Mm. I want to start out the conversation by asking about the Ensemble Constantinople. When was the group created, and can you talk about the core members of the group and the musicians that make up the ensemble?
Yes, well, thank you for the beautiful presentation first. Um, well, the ensemble was formed almost 25 years ago. Um, I mean, the artistic idea of the ensemble shaped around 1998. And in 2001, officially, let's say, Constantinople was registered. And as an ensemble, we first did our first official concert and produced our concert and first album. Um, so since then, listen, there are so many projects have going on, and uh, but from the very first creation of the ensemble and this project, Constantinople, um, the meeting point was very crucial and was really the center of all our projects. And meeting um, not only physically, but this concept of encounters between musicians, music, different periods. Uh, as you said, uh, this city has been this place of crossroads, and uh, in all our musical projects from the very beginning, I wanted to create this space, to create this physical and metaphysical and musical space where people and music and musicians can meet. And well, I am the only person left from the very, very beginning of the project. But it's been almost 25 years. So, um, but I am the artistic director, and I give the vision for each project. But I am so well, um, on toured, or let's say matched with fantastic musicians in each project. And well, one of the core member of the group is Patrick Rahan, who is the fantastic percussionist with whom I work since little more than 10 years now, almost 12 years that we are playing together. He's member of the group. And well, Ablai Sissoko, who's coming with us as a guest for this project, the Kora Maestro, he is also a very regular collaborator of Constantinople. We are doing our third project now together. So he's very, very, very close member of the group, let's say.
Mhm. And I was on your website, and I was reading the mandate of the ensemble, and the mandate, as far as I can tell, is to spread this idea throughout the world. Is that right?
Absolutely. Well, we are musicians, musicians. As a musician, I don't want to play for myself. I mean, I practice for myself. I created my musical world at in my imaginary world, but I have this need to present and share this music with people. So And doing this more and more, we have more appetite to meet more people because we see and we feel the impact of this music on people. And it became, this almost the our raison de vie in French. We say, this is the reason that why we are doing this. And the aim of the group is to reach out to people and share this music with them, and to get also influenced by them, because I believe strongly to collaborations between musicians, but also I felt that more and more we do our concerts in front of people, more the program, the music becomes stronger, because I don't know what's the scientific explanation of this, but there is an impact of also audience on our music and how it grows. And it looks like that it grows together with the audience. More that we play for the audience, more our music becomes also linked and somehow um, not I want to use the term accessible, because the music anyway, it's accessible. Music is music. It's such a universal language, but it becomes more relevant to be, to be shared on the stage with audiences.
Hmm. The ensemble consists of some unusual instruments that we don't normally hear on stage, especially here in the West. I want to talk about the setar. Can you talk about that instrument and what made you want to master it?
Well, I discovered this instrument when I was 11 years old. I was living in Iran at that time. I was still in Iran. I was born there in Iran, in Tehran, and I moved to Canada when I was 14. So I discovered this instrument while I was in Iran, and this is a Persian instrument anyway. And I felt in love with these instruments since the very, very beginning. My first contact. My father brought me and my brother, younger brother, to a concert, and I just felt in love with this. The sound of the instrument touched me, I think, very deeply. Yes. Uh, and I was so much touched and um, absorbed by this sound that I asked my father to go to meet the musician who was on stage. And we met him just after the concert, and the week after I started my lessons with him. So it went very quickly. My this desire and this passion to learn this instrument, and from there everything went quite quickly, because I was really very much into it, and uh, very much I was giving many hours per day to practice, and to also I knew from the very beginning that I want to compose with this instrument. I wasn't only, I was doing my lessons, and then I was hungry for more. So I started to compose my own thing, my own studies and my own etudes and my own pieces on the sitar, and so on. So I felt in love with the instrument and the music and the creative process of music. So when we moved from Tehran to Canada, to Montreal, I was 14 years old, and for sure I brought my sitar with me, and my parents did the all they could do to encourage us, to me and my younger brother, to continue play music and to take our instruments, and to and my yeah, I came to Canada with this condition to be able to continue studying music, and then this passion still very, very much there. This first fire is still there. Uh,
Can you talk about the shape of the instrument and how many strings it has and what the tuning's like?
yeah, well, it's a small lute with a very small body, but with a long neck. So it has a long neck, and it has four strings. The name setar in Farsi, it's a combination of two words, se and tar. Se in Farsi, it's number three. We call it to se, and tar means string. So it's a very old instrument, at least 4,000 years old instrument. And from that time, they used to call string instruments by the number of strings they had. So setar was a built-in instrument of three strings, And 100 years ago, approximately, a musician added a fourth string to it by doubling the third one. So I have two simple strings and one double. That's
Mhm.
why I still call it a setar, even if it has four strings, you know. And it has a long neck with several frets and movable frets to adjust every pitch of each fret. So I can play all those semitones and tones, but I have also frets for microtones,
Onkadon.
smaller intervals, which is very common in Persian musical language. And it's a delicate instrument. Its sounds, its sound, and also its technique is very sophisticated and delicate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's also the very beautiful kora. I saw a concert that you did online, and I guess the best way I can describe it is it's sort of like a West African harp. There's like a big bulbous thing at the bottom, and then the strings are plucked. Can you talk about that instrument? And it's going to be played by Abli Sissoko. His voice is gorgeous. How did you meet him? And can you talk about that instrument a bit?
Yes, of course. Well, the kora is one of the principal instruments of West African musical culture. Let's say Kingdom, Mandinka culture, which is the whole West Africa, because this is a culture from at least medieval period, but since 20th century, they had lots of borders to divide different countries, but at the past, all those countries were one kingdom, one big kingdom, the Mandinka kingdom. And the kora is one of the most important instruments of this region because the kora is the instrument in the hand of the griot. And the griot is the troubadour or a very well established musicians, family musicians of the region who were troubadours, singers, and players playing kora. And they always have been the messengers of the king to the people and from the people to the king. So they have always been this key personage of the society, where they were singing the needs of the people and what the king wanted to say to the people. So they have always been this link between the power and the people and the society. So basically, very, very important key personage in the West African society. And the main instrument is the kora to play and to sing. Um, and what they sing, these are mainly verbs or poems of each griot. So Abla is one of those griot because this is uh, you cannot just become a griot. You are born as a griot from father or mother to son or to girl. Um, so Abla is descendant of this griot family since many many generations, and he is a contemporary griot. So he sings his own poetry, his own verbs, his own poems, um, talking about the daily life and what we need as a society today. So these are beautiful poems that he is singing with his beautiful voice. I agree with you. He has a so deep and touching voice. Um, and well, you asked me how we I discovered he's a very well known. He's one of the greatest masters of this instrument, coming from Senegal. And we had a common friend who knew him and who presented him to me with the album that he had, a solo album called Le Griot Rouge, the Red Griot. And when I listened to his recording, and I thought that it's the best person with whom I would like to collaborate, because I was hearing the sound of the kora with the sound of my sitar, and I was searching for a kora player. And when I heard this recording of Ablai, I found that, oh, he has the touch that I'm looking for. He has this sound that I'm looking for. And well, I invited him, and he came to Montreal. This is at least 12, 13 years ago. And we did the first project together, and then we did lots of concerts, first album. and then the second album, which is Traversées. And I think we did play together at least 300 concerts together all around the world. So, and then we became, very, very close friends. And it's
And then you've got the percussionist joining you on this concert, Pat Soyam. How did he come into the equation?
well, he's the one of the core players of the group now
Mm-hmm.
since 12 years. So is almost in all projects that Constantinople does, and he's a fantastic percussionist in the sense that he has a palette of sound incredibly large, but he has also this um, mastery of listening what's happening around and complementing with his sounds and with his rhythms and you know putting all things together and getting them together. So he's basically the glue that makes our sounds all stitched together and being one sound.
Mm-hmm. As I said earlier, I saw a concert that the three of you did, and one of the things that I kept thinking about was the collaboration. Can you talk about the composition process? Like, how does it work? Do you play a folk tune and then it's matched by the kora? Like, how does that collaboration come together?
Well, these are mainly compositions that we co-compose together. So in a very collaborative way. And sometimes I bring melodies, sometimes Ablai brings melodies or ideas, musical ideas, and then we work around it and we shape it. And some of the pieces are quite um, pre-composed. Some of the pieces are just structure for improvisations. So we love keeping this free freedom space also during the concert to be able to challenge each other, to bring new phrases to each other, and it's a very much question of listening to each other and being interconnected. Because what we create during the concert, it's really we are one. We are members of one body.
Yeah, and
To be
it sounds like you're together, like all the time.
oh,
Like it's just absolutely remarkable. And I'm presuming it's an oral tradition. You're listening to each other nonstop, constantly.
yeah, these are music that are oral traditions. You said in a way that they are very deep and detailed, but everything is processed through listening to the so we don't look at the scores to see, okay, it's written F sharp and G here, so I have to play F sharp and G. This is these are my ears and my listening that says me, oh, you have to play these two notes. So it's a different process, for a musician to pass through ears or eyes. But definitely these are oral musical traditions. So very, very important to listen and to react to what is around us sonically.
Hmm. The concert is called Traversées. Can you talk about the program? Like, is there a specific journey that you want to take audiences on Friday night throughout the concert?
Absolutely, it's a real musical journey. We are inviting the audience to join us and to being part of it because again, uh, audiences, as well I was mentioning at the beginning of the um, talk, it's the audiences are the main part of why we do music. So in a venue, in a concert hall, in any place that we are playing, audience is so important for it. So uh, even if it's 2 people or 10 people or 200 or 2,000 people, we do perform in many different venues. 2 people are usually not, but from 200 to 2,000 very easily, very, very regularly. And every context is different, but the audience is very important for us and is part of the concert, especially the moments where there's improvisation. The way that audience reacts, we feel it. It's a 100%. We feel it, and it plays it's part of the game, and it's very very fun for us to do this with the audience, and it's a real musical journey, and we called it Traversées because, again, as I told you, we did at least 300 concerts together all around the world, in many many countries and many many different cities. So all those involves different traveling together, different time that we spend together on stage, upstage, and we share so many moments together, and also discussions, philosophical discussions to very daily basis discussions, and all those has a imprint in on what the music that we do. So and so many people we knew, and me, with so many musicians we met, all those are part of this traversée that we are sharing during the concert as well.
Yeah, it's like, this has been so great. I'm going to wrap up the conversation by asking, first of all, have you performed in Winnipeg before? And what are you looking forward to most about performing on Friday night?
Well, we came to Winnipeg at least 2 or 3 times, part of the Virtuosi concert, but many years ago, at least 10 years, I think 10 years ago, if I'm not wrong. So it's been a long time that we didn't perform in Winnipeg, and I'm really so much looking forward to see again the audience in Winnipeg. I'm sure there are some people who already came to our concert before who will come with maybe like me more gray hair or less hair after 10 years, and I hope some new people and some younger people who would like to come to hear this concert and to be uh, with us for this special evening. For me, every concert is a very special evening. It's the fact that we are traveling. Actually, we are coming from Montreal for that concert to Winnipeg. We are taking we are flying from Montreal to Winnipeg, and so many people will come to this concert, and they didn't do anything else, but they are coming to this concert. So I approach this concert as a real gathering. So, and we want to take the most advantage of it, and doing the best concert we can do every night in front of the audience.
Fantastic. Yeah, this has been wonderful to meet you here over Zoom. The concert is going to be just amazing, I'm sure. Thanks for taking the time to sit down and chat with me today. It's been wonderful.
My pleasure. See you till very soon.
For our Classic 107 listeners, Ensemble Constantinople's concert Traversées, as presented by Virtuosi Concerts, takes place this Friday night at 7:30 at the WAG Kamiok in the main hall at 7:30 p.m. For more details, visit virtuosiconcerts.ca or go to classic107.com. I've embedded a direct link to the show page in the article about the concert that you can find up there now. Yeah, thanks again.
Thank you. See you soon.